Our good Tuesday morning on this first alert weather day. We'll get to that snow in just a moment.
Yeah, but first, remember, President Trump said he was going to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Well, as far as Google's concerned, it is now official. So if you go to Google Maps, you will see that it now says the Gulf of America instead of the Gulf of Mexico. The company says its policy is to change names when they have been updated by official government sources. So Trump changed the name through an executive order last month. Of course, remember that, and Google Maps is now reflecting that change. But users, this is interesting, users in Mexico will still see the name Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, and then elsewhere, but though, I guess everywhere else, users will see both names,
Okay.
which is interesting.
A mix.
Yeah, so it's a mix. So if you're in America, you'll see that it's the Gulf of America. Mexico, it'll still say the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, see if you zoom out, it says Gulf of Mexico and then parentheses Gulf of America.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
So it's kind of both, I guess, at this stage. But yeah, interesting. And then, of course, you remember Trump also changed the name from Mount Denali in Alaska back to Mount McKinley. Google said it would change that on its maps, but it hasn't yet.
Yeah, you can see here.
Yeah.
It still says Denali.
Yep, it still says that. And so former President Barack Obama made the change to Mount Denali in 2015 to honor the state's native people. As for what map and globe makers do, the decision is really up to them. So people that make their own maps and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But Google, it's their policy to change, with what the government officials, say.
To keep up to date. So if you're scrolling through Google Maps today and you say, wait a minute,
Yeah.
is that a different name?
Right.
There you go.
It's now official. As
It
far,
is now
Google.
Google official.
Yeah, Google official. There you
And
go.
what else really matters, right?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I haven't checked Apple Maps yet or anything.
No. Yeah, who knows what they'll do.
Yeah.
So.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at our local headlines on this Tuesday morning. Charlottesville school leaders are seeking nearly $5 million from the city for next year's budget. Some of the most costly items on the agenda include increasing teacher pay as part of collective bargaining. Superintendent Royal Gurley says this is also necessary to address the ongoing teacher shortage. Other heavy hitters include adding new staff and capital projects. Well, breaking overnight, President Donald Trump has issued a new executive order to eliminate the Federal Executive Institute in Charlottesville. The center provides leadership training for public sector jobs. It dates back to 1968. The institute also helps with networking between federal agencies. Trump's order claims the center has helped grow the D.C. managerial class and not helped the American people. The Virginia High School Sports League is banning transgender girls from high school girls sports teams. The change is effective immediately. This after President Trump signed an executive order authorizing punishment for schools that allow transgender athletes to compete on teams that match their gender identity, including stripping them of federal funding. Governor Glenn Youngkin tweeted his support for the VHSL's decision. And on to that storm coverage. Emergency snow routes go into effect in Charlottesville at 1 o'clock this afternoon. That means vehicles need to be removed from a number of public streets downtown before then. This is done to ease the process of snow removal. And you can see a full list of those snow routes over on 29news.com. By the way, I came to work prepared today. I've got my snow removal equipment ready, and I try to bring it inside before the snow starts so I don't open my door, because sometimes you open your door and the snow just comes into your car. So
well, fortunately, it'll start out pretty lightly this morning between 7 and 9, and then as we go through the day, heavier bands of snow will develop. So certainly if you can stay home, stay off the roadways, that would be beneficial. National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning that will run through early Wednesday morning. As you can see, first alert weather day today. 6 to maybe as much as 8 inches of snow across parts of the region. Highest amounts will be across the Blue Ridge Mountains. We'll get up to 33 today. Second part of the storm comes into play tomorrow afternoon. Start out as a mix, then change over to a cold rain. And enjoy it, because by Thursday we'll see clearing sky and temperatures will warm into the low 50s. Valentine's Day looks nice, sunny and 44. More rain expected this weekend, so certainly the potential for some localized flooding will start to increase, and that's something we'll continue to monitor. And of course, Monday, a long holiday weekend, President's Day, we'll see sunshine in 42. So today will be the day to get out there, have some fun, enjoy the snow, because it's not going to stick around too long.
And that snow will definitely have an impact on travel.
Absolutely, yeah.
So maybe stay at home today if you can. You
Yeah,
had
that's
a good idea earlier. Maybe make some soup and
Sounds like a great
just
idea.
enjoy the snow. You
Yeah,
know, don't worry
absolutely.
about it. Don't worry about trying to get out in it.
That's right.
All right, thank you, David. Well, there are a lot of school closings today. You can see the full list over on 29news.com. I know a lot of districts decided to just close today and not worry about the snow, not worry trying to get the kids into class today. So again, the full list is over on 29news.com. Here's a live look at the roadways this morning. This is US 29 at Rio Road. Again, right now things look clear, but there will be a completely different picture coming up in the next couple of hours when that snow does move in. You can get the latest updates on 29news.com. You can download the 29 First Alert Weather app. And of course, we'll see you again on 29 News at noon with the latest.